So the other day I made this video explaining how Sudowoodo has the best animations in the game, and I offered to fight anyone who disagreed. So this guy on Reddit, Drbsns, he challenged me to a duel for Sudowoodo's honor, and this is what happened. Just putting this out here in advance, I'm not very good. His terms, I believe, were 6v6 singles, no items. I let him pick the format and the time because that's the kind of cool guy I am. Now he starts off with this thing, and I go for stealth rocks, which was not a good idea, mainly because this guy has Dragon Dance, and yeah, this thing could probably sweep my entire team, because I just kind of threw it together for this at the last minute. So I figure he's gonna Earthquake right here, so I go out into my Whimsicott, which I know can take a hit from, that thing, because Whimsicott is the best, and it just eats that +1 Earthquake up. So he switches out, and he goes into his Gardevoir, yeah, and I don't know why I didn't just, like, switch or something. The thing takes Stealth Rock damage. It traces my Prankster, which doesn't matter, because I don't think it has any status moves. But anyway, I Moonblast it. It does, like, nothing. Well, actually, no, that did quite a bit. But it drops a special attack. I use Leech Seed, you know, try to get some health back. It was around this point that I realized that if I let my Whimsicott die, I would have absolutely nothing to take a hit from that, Dragon Man. So, after getting hit by that Psychic, and then, what did I do? I Giga Drained him, and he gets pretty low, and I get higher. And then you're gonna see it take another Psychic right to the face. I take another Psychic right to the face, and I go down to 1 HP, and then Leech Seed some damage back. And at this point, I'm like, okay, alright, I can't let this guy die. Or wait, no, I didn't even do that. What am I saying? He, like, switched out. I guess I Giga Drained again. Oh yeah, I figured I was faster, so I could just kill him with the Giga Drain or something. But yeah, he switches out to his Ditto, and my Giga Drain hits, his Ditto, which is now me, so it does, like, nothing. Actually, that did quite a bit. What am I saying? But anyway, I'm in the, like, the red. I have to switch this thing out, or else I'm gonna have nothing to take care of, that dragon Pokemon whose name I forget. So I go out to my Infernape. He uses Giga Drain. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I know that thing's set. Like, I should have known he was going to switch out, but I just go straight for the what's it called? The fire explosion. And he goes right into his Vaporeon because he predicts this, and just totally eats this overheat right up, and it does absolutely nothing. Yeah, so I U-turn out of there because this thing could probably one-shot me with a Scald. And I predict the Scald, well, I predict that he's going to Scald, so I go out into my, Jellicent, because that thing is immune to water and it'll just heal itself. But this thing doesn't go for Scald, it goes for Wish. Wanted to heal itself. And then, you know, he heals himself with Protect next turn. And that's, I try to, pretty much what I was going for here is, if I use Toxic, that thing gets Toxic, you know, one of his tanks get Toxic, or whatever comes in, takes a Toxic right to the face. So he ends up going out into his dog, Pierre here, and he gets badly poisoned, which is great for me, which is awesome because this guy is tanky as crap. So I just stayed in here with my mustache squid because I knew I could take some hits from. Like, look at that! That was super effective. I have no idea what Snarl does. I guess it's a dark move. My special attack is dropped though, which is a pain in the butt. Because now it's going to take longer for this thing to die. But it does take a lot of damage from, like, Scald and Poison combined. But then this thing Toxics me, so now, like, I'm dying slowly as well. Which is not a good thing. At all. I scald him again. You know, he takes more poison damage. I notice here that one more turn, probably he's just going to die from poison. So he uses Cotton Guard. I go for Recover. I was thinking he was gonna hit me with Snarl again or something, but that's not what happened. He just goes for Cotton Guard. I go for Recover. I recover like 2 health, and then he dies to poison at the end of this turn. And yeah, his dog has bitten the dust. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Meanwhile, I'm still taking poison damage, and each turn I take more and more poison damage, which is not good. He goes out to his Gardevoir. I'm not really sure why, because now this thing is like 1 health and Water Absorb. I guess he was like, oh, I'll trace his Water Absorb. So he can't hit me with Scald. But, you know, this thing's especially defensive, so I just tank that, and then use my own Shadow Ball, which I guess he didn't know I had. And I just destroy his Gardevoir. Which I guess it's good because I got rid of his Gardevoir, but I'm still dying to poison slowly, which is not a good thing. So then he goes back out to his Tyrannosaurus here, which is not good at all because my Jellicent is specially defensive and probably cannot take a single physical hit. This guy knows this, so he just starts setting up Dragon Dances. So I figure my last resort here is to burn him with Scald, and I go for the first Scald, and I do not get the burn, which sucks. And it doesn't do any damage because he resists water. So I'm gonna die next turn no matter what. He knows this. He goes for another Dragon Dance. I go for another Scald, just to try to get the burn, even though at this point it's like he's just going to have normal attack if I do get the burn. But if I don't get the burn, this thing's gonna sweep my entire team. I do get the burn though, which is fantastic, but then I die to poison. So the only thing on my team that can reliably take a hit from this thing, which is at +2 speed now, is my Whimsicott. But my Whimsicott is at like, I don't even know how much, like it's in the red, like 31 HP. And then look at this. He goes for the Earthquake, and I live with 1 HP and hit him with the Moonblast and destroy him. Which, honestly, if I did not survive that, I probably would have totally lost this match because, yeah, I have nothing else that could take a hit from that dragon at +2 speed. That would not have been good at all. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, dude. That was total BS. But yeah, I outspeed his Ditto, even though it's, I don't know, is it a speed tie or what? Like, he said no item, so I guess it doesn't have a Scarf. And I kept just winning these speed ties against his Ditto. Anyway, I go down, which, that little Whimsicott, he put in work. Good work, Whimsicott. But, I go back out to my Monkey. I figure he's gonna switch, so I just U-turn immediately. And I U-turned right into his, whatchamacallit, is this thing. And what do I go out into? I go out into my Electivire. So I go out into my Electivire, I use Wild Charge, totally obliterate him because Electivire is the coolest. And then at this point, I realize that he has like 2 Pokemon left, and I have not used my Sudowoodo at all. So I was like, crap, how can I switch my Sudowoodo in safely? So what ends up happening is, I use Wild Charge instead of something that was super effective. He lives it with like no health, and then he uses Earthquake, and my Electivire is done. So, but this is perfect, because what I can do, I can switch my Sudowoodo right in now. So, here we go. Here he goes, the man himself, Sudowoodo, in all of his glory. And I just go for a Sucker Punch, which luckily I wasn't sure if that was actually gonna get him because it's not very effective. But it ended up knocking him out. And then all I had left was this Ditto. So pretty much all I have to do here, well, I could have dealt with this if my Sudowoodo went down. But all I really needed to do here was win the speed tie, which I did. So, I won the speed tie, hit him with a wood hammer. Down goes the Sudowoodo, or his Ditto, I suppose, not my Sudowoodo. The fake Sudowoodo. That's weird, it's like a fake tree. I'm not really sure how that works, but yeah, I won. The honor of Sudowoodo is preserved. Sudowoodo, his name shall live on in glory for another day, untarnished by the words of others. Anyway, good game, Radical Ryan. That was a fun time.